Today's movie's a special request from Patreon supporter Mitchell Smith Long, who asked me to review The Galaxy Invader. Well, hey, I haven't done a direct-to-video movie in a while, so this ought to be fun. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. The Galaxy Invader is a 1985 direct-to-video sci-fi film from filmmaker Don Dohler, who also directed other low-budget sci-fi films like The Alien Factor and Night Beast. These films all have one thing in common, namely that they're all basically about aliens landing in some backwoods nowhere spot and terrorizing rednecks. Well, actually they do have one other thing in common in that they all seem to have been made with whatever change Dohler could find under his couch cushions. Yeah, Dohler was one of those guys who took a real DIY approach to filmmaking, and his movies tend to rely more on enthusiasm than any sort of raw talent. I can't blame the guy for trying to make movies with limited resources, but I can riff the results. Also, if this movie looks familiar to anybody, it could be because footage from it was used in the opening credits for the movie Pod People when it was riffed on Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Oh, Pod People got no reason to live.
And now that I say that, it's a little surprising MST3K never got around to riffing this movie. I don't know about the craft and entertainment part, but this is technically a movie. The Galaxy Invader, starring several people who are clearly related to the director. So anyway, the movie opens with a man seeing a comet right before it crashes into the countryside, although sadly this comet doesn't have Matilda May on it. But it does have some slasher movie POV shots, so maybe we'll still get some nudity in this movie. Oh, okay, just checking. Boy, the guy who saw the comet better report this to the authorities. Or at least crank call this guy.
Hello, Dr. Tracy?
Yeah, this is Dr. Tracy.
This better be important, kid. I'm entering a Sonny Bono look-alike contest tomorrow. Oh, and remember when I said some of the cast were played by members of Don Dohler's family?
This is David Harmon. I don't know if you remember me, but I was in your class last year. I remember you talking about UFOs all the time and how it was one of your favorite hobbies. I know this will sound weird, but I just saw a UFO.
Why hire an actor to play this character when you can just have your son read his lines? I mean, he can read.
Okay, stay by the side of the road near the field. Give me time to make a few phone calls. I can be there about 6 hours from now, okay?
6 hours? Come on, Doc, that's like 2 Avengers Endgames. And if you thought things have been exciting so far... No one will be seated during the thrilling coffee slurping scene. I can't tell if these two heard the alien or if the actors just forgot their lines. And come on, you live in Redneckville, USA. How does neither one of you own a gun? Bad news, not only is there an alien in your basement, but you're also a bunch of filthy hoarders. Surprisingly enough, we do get a look at the alien pretty early, and I gotta admit, costume's not the worst I've ever seen. This looks like either a really good Doctor Who monster or a mediocre Star Wars Cantina one. Alright, that's enough alien killing. We need to get to the real focus of this movie, this random family of yokels.
Can I have some coffee, Ma?
No, coffee ain't no good, Annie. It makes you nervous.
Yeah, just sprinkle some fentanyl over your cereal like your old man here.
Mom, I'm gonna be late.
Late for what?
Huh?
You heard what I said. What the hell are you late for?
I'm gonna be late for the prom.
You're already late. You're 30.
Joe, for God's sake, she's 25 years old.
Wait, so she actually is older? Okay, maybe she's finally graduating high school on her 7th try. Carol wants to go see her boyfriend Michael, but Father Joe doesn't approve.
Oh, Mom, everybody knows Dad's a liar and a cheat. Not to mention a drunken bum.
Gotta keep that meth hand strong. Carol decides to go see Mike anyway, and Joe reacts the way any father would. He chases after her with a shotgun. And again, about Don Dohler using his family as actors.
Dad won't hurt Carol.
I hope not.
I hate him.
Perfect, sweetie. No need for another take. I think the real reason Joe's mad Carol wants to see her boyfriend is because nobody taps his daughter's ass but him. And oh yeah, the alien.
My God, what's that?
Aw, damn it, you just shot the alien's fanny pack off. All his change was in there.
Boy, ain't that something? This thing here could be worth a lot of money.
We might finally be able to pay off the dirt farm. I'm not sure where Carol is, but hopefully she'll run into a Texas Chainsaw movie soon.
Michael Smith, you maniac! Don't do that to me!
Oh, never mind, it's just her boyfriend / other dad.
I know what you're doing. You're gonna meet that Michael Smith kid.
Yeah, if by kid you mean 40-year-old. Well, maybe Carol likes him because he has more than just John Holmes' face. Meanwhile, I bet this kid is really wishing smartphones were around in the 80s so he could kill some time waiting for this guy.
Does anyone else know about this?
No, not that I know of.
You didn't mention it to anyone?
Not me. People in this town wouldn't understand something like a meteor.
Yeah, that's probably true. Most of the people around here still think rain is God pissing on them. And is the wheelbarrow really necessary? I think you could just pick that up and carry it. Michael decides to give Joe a piece of his mind. I'm sure this'll go well.
You pull one more stunt like this morning, I'm taking Carol away for good.
Get going.
Okay, man, I'm going.
Yeah, you really showed him, Mike. Joe contacts a local huckster named Frank, who stops by along with his, I guess, trophy girlfriend. Well, maybe Frank was only able to get a participation trophy.
Now listen, this thing you called me out here to see better be good.
It is, Frank, it is.
Oh, dang it, Joe, this thing isn't big enough to be the world's largest ping pong ball. You lied to me. Frank's initially unimpressed. That is until Joe shows him this.
Well, that's something, huh?
Big deal. You can buy more explosive stuff at the general store down the street. Ugh, why does this guy have a cleavage window in his shirt? It's like he's wearing the most ghetto Power Girl cosplay ever. Frank realizes that if they can capture the alien Joe saw, that would be worth more money than just the orb. Hell, even if it turns out he's just a guy in a suit, the costume would probably be worth more. Oh, and speaking of the alien... Oh good, the alien got his fanny pack again. Now he can finally finish his hike. Alright, the alien had 2 seconds of screen time, now back to more rednecks. Frank and Joe go to a local bar to recruit a posse to hunt the alien.
Now, Joe and me, we need a couple of good men to go out with us tonight and do a little hunting.
You're gonna hunt at night?
Oh, come on, Frank, you know the rules. We gotta be way drunker to do that. Here's a real shocker. Finding a bunch of guys willing to wander around in the dark with guns is surprisingly easy in this place. However, Joe soon discovers that the alien managed to get his orb back.
Where's the round thing?
Oh, the green man jumped me.
Damn you, boy! Now you're gonna make me look like a fool to Frank and the guys!
Joe, if they don't already think that about you, this is probably not gonna change anything. So have these two found the alien spaceship yet?
I tell you what, David. We're losing light fast. Let's say we head into town and get something to eat.
Congratulations, kid. You waited 6 hours for nothing. Alright, look alive, fellas. Michael Myers ain't gonna hunt himself. Wait, what movie are we in again? Before they go, first they need a little pep talk from Frank.
Now, what we're going to be hunting out there, some kind of creature. It ain't human.
Not human? Oh man, I thought we were going people hunting tonight. Meanwhile, I bet this kid'll be glad to get something to eat since according to this movie, he's been awake for over 24 hours. Plus, I see Frank's girlfriend is busy cruising for some bar dick while he's out alien hunting.
Frank and Joe are up in the woods, and they're gonna catch this spaceman that came here.
Do you know that woman?
Yeah, it's Vicky Johnson.
See if you can get her over here.
Okay. Hey, Vicky.
I'll buy you some shots if you give me a quickie in the bathroom. You interested?
I heard you say that Frank's out in the woods. What's he doing out there?
I ain't supposed to tell nobody.
You can trust us. We wouldn't tell anyone, would we, David?
No, not a word of it.
And even if we did, it'd probably be really stiffly delivered. Not only does Vicky tell him about Frank's plan, but they also leave her with the tab. Talk about a win-win. Alright, remember fellas, you're only allowed to take 1 bottle of whiskey each. I don't want your aim getting shaky. I guess it's fitting that they used footage from this for the opening of Pod People, since I think they just wandered onto the set of that movie. Wow, Greenie, you can do stupid things. They managed to corner the alien, but they're not the only ones who brought guns. Yeah, that's right. Earth isn't the only planet with a Second Amendment, fuckers. Oh, and did I mention David is played by Don Dohler's son?
It's actually happened. Do you realize that an alien life form has finally come to Earth?
I can't believe it.
Great job, son. You nailed it. I'm not sure what the budget for this movie was, but I think most of it was spent on fireworks. So, did the alien get the rednecks? Ah, damn it, choppy editing. The alien's one weakness.
Those idiots, what do they think they're trying to accomplish?
I don't know, but I'm really hoping these guys don't try to make the alien squeal like a pig. They take the alien back to Joe's place and keep it tied up in his garage. And I know I've been using a southern accent for the rednecks, but when did Frank actually become southern?
You better make sure that bird don't get loose.
Don't worry, Custer. My pa always does a good job.
Well, he better, JJ, because if he don't, we're gonna hold you personally responsible, boy. It's okay, though. You and me and JJ can still carry out our plan. Come on.
I think we ought to let some of the boys take lead. You know, let them walk in front, because we don't know what we're dealing with here, and there ain't no sense in us getting our heads blowed off.
Probably not a good idea to start shooting before your actors decided what state he's from. Not only did they get the alien, but Joe also got his gun.
Joe Montague, I have had it. You're fooling around with something you don't know anything about.
Yeah, but to be fair, you could probably say that whenever Joe does pretty much anything. Now that they have the alien's gun, they can shoot the rats in the basement and cook him up for dinner later. Meanwhile, David and Dr. Tracy try to rescue the alien.
Looks clear, David. Guess now's as good a time as any.
Hey, Doc, according to the movie, I haven't slept in over 2 days. Could I at least go home and take a nap before we do this? Phew, good thing these two were able to make it past Joe's crack security. And why the hell are you trying to help this thing anyway?
This is the most incredible moment of my life, David. I feel sorry for it.
Yeah, the alien never hurt anybody, as long as you don't count the 2 people he murdered at the beginning. Now that they've freed the alien, the plan? Run like a bitch. Well, looks like the doc's dead, but luckily for Frank, that's actually legal in their county. The alien comes along and kills Frank, but unfortunately he forgets that guns can be used by more than one person. Alright, looks like the alien's dead, so does that mean the movie's over? Oh, wait, I guess he's okay. Carol manages to find David, and I see Michael was busy turning a picnic blanket into a shirt.
Michael, we've got to get those things back to the spaceman.
It'll probably leave us alone if he gets the gun back. Dr. Tracy didn't think the alien was hostile.
Yeah, the alien isn't hostile unless it's in a basement, apparently. Speaking of which, Carol might want to watch out right about now. Here's hoping she runs into the deadly spawn down here. At least that movie was kind of decent. Jeez, you're no prize yourself, lady.
Oh, God, I saw it. It touched me. This green thing came down and touched me. It was horrible.
Weren't you supposed to be trying to help it? What the hell is going on? If they want to get the alien's gun back, just wait until Joe passes out from his morning drinking session and then take it from him. So while the rest of the family meets to discuss how to help the alien, Vicky drops by Joe's place to ask about Frank. And once again, I resent the fact that Joe is the one showing the most cleavage here.
Oh, get your hands off! Get off me!
Oh wow, in addition to being a drunk, Joe's rapey too. What a shocker. Well, at least Joe kinda got to shoot a load on her back. Plus, just cause she's dead doesn't mean you still can't have a little fun with her. Alright, I joke, but I wouldn't be surprised if Joe actually did that. Anyway, the rest of the family finally decides to get the alien's gun back. Guess I was right about just waiting until Joe passed out. And there's still 10 minutes of the movie left, so let's see how they drag this out. You know, Don, there's no rule that says you have to use every single bit of footage you shot for this. Also, after you return the alien's gun, you should probably report your dad for murder.
Get off me! Joe! No! Joe!
Or, you know, just let him escape, whichever you feel like. How the hell are you not able to restrain a guy whose diet consists of Pabst Blue Ribbon and Funyuns? Well, I guess this isn't too bad. Having Joe chase him around the woods with a shotgun is just a weekly occurrence for this family. They eventually get cornered near a cliff/hole the director dug, but thankfully the alien's there to save him. Okay, I guess the hillbilly meth head wins. Well, that does it, Joe. There's only room for one guy with a terrible shirt in this movie. Hey guys, I don't think standing around staring is helping Michael win. You might want to actually do something. Eventually, though, Joe's wife decides she's had enough. Even though she should have decided that when he got whiskey dick on their wedding night. Okay, that part made the whole movie worth it. Poor Joe. He died as he lived, bloated and wearing a shirt reeking of BO and cheap beer. Even though the Galaxy Invader was never featured on Mystery Science Theater 3000, the movie did end up getting the riff tracks treatment, and in recent years it's gotten a bit of a reputation as one of the worst movies ever made. Whether or not you think it is going to depend on how many bad movies you've seen. Personally, I've seen a lot, but I will say that out of all of Don Dohler's aliens terrorizing rednecks movies, this one is my least favorite. While they still weren't exactly professionally made, movies like The Alien Factor and Night Beast have a low-budget energy to them that helps make them entertaining. This one, on the other hand, feels like a short film that got stretched out to feature length with a bunch of long, drawn-out scenes, not to mention the alien is barely even in it. Still, there are some parts that are pretty funny, although if you're planning on watching this with some friends, it's probably best to get as shit-faced as Joe here. You know, I can't help but think I've opened Pandora's box a bit here, since now that I've done one Don Dohler film, I'm probably gonna have to get to all of them eventually. Well, that's all for now. Until next time.
What the hell is it, Joe?